All right, y'all. It's that time of year again. Skin gets darker, hair gets lighter. It's getting hot outside.
Then the sun stays out there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with your friends. Playing sports,
Playing sports ball, stick ball, all that shit.
dodgeball, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like just missing something in activities in the summer.
I don't think so. What do you have planned for the summer?
I was thinking about
It
going to
doesn't
Stars.
matter what you think.
Oh.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Cold Flop Gaming. I'm your player number one. My name is Talej.
Why do you get to be player number one today?
I have no idea because we didn't get to play a game, so I was here first. It's
All right.
my house. So.
All right, that's fair. All right, what up, guys? Joe Pachi's here. It's your favorite player two here.
My bad. Usually in the beginning, we play a game right before, but we both just got off work, so we're just like, all right, let's go. And I was like, oh my God, we missed the most important part of our tradition. How dare we?
I'm pretty crazy tired. Plus, we had to update our analog pockets today.
Okay, so the reason I brought you here today, my brother, we've talked about this game. You and I have probably bought it once, twice, or three times. What we're going to be talking about today is I believe, is a summer classic game, which is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1,
Woo!
for example.
The streets will remember.
Yep. The reason I wanted to talk about this game because for me, this is the type of game I feel like embodies what summer is, right? Because it's about skating. The skate culture is always about being lively and being outside, blah, 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 blah. Enjoying life and everything like that, right? And then around this time where it came out, like, it actually wasn't summer, but then you know what? It gives that summer vibe. So I'm gonna stick to that. You know what I'm saying? Tony Hawk was released originally on the PlayStation, right? And it came out September 29th, 1999. God damn. This shit old.
2 years after I was born. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And same year David was born. Not David Haw. My brother.
Anyways. And then the one that me and you have played, the one on the N64, came out a little bit later. It came out in February of 2000. Then it got remade again for the Game Boy Color in March of 2000. Then it came out, for all my older gamers, on the Dreamcast in the 2000s.
Wait, it came out on Dreamcast?
It did come out on the Dreamcast.
Oh, interesting. I might have to play that port one day.
And then what we just found out today, it actually became a mobile game too, as well, on, what was it?
The Nokia N-Gage.
Yeah, I was just like, the hell? Like, it's a phone, and old ass phone came out in 2003. I was shook. I was like,
I was confused when he asked me. He's like, "Have you ever heard, know what an N-Gage is?" And I was like, "It's when you get proposed to, isn't it?" And then he just slapped me. Silly.
You know, I didn't even get it the first time he said. I was like, "Oh, engaged, stupid,
Stupid.
fuck, man. How the fuck do you do that?"
I don't know. My mind just goes to places.
Anyways, okay, so let's talk about it. What made you start playing this game?
So obviously I have siblings, and it was just like a hand-me-down game, pretty much. My brother was playing it on the N64, and then once I grew up, there was the different variety of games. But when you get bored, you just try to find different things. As a little kid, you kind of see, a blue cartridge rather than the original gray. And so within this blue cartridge, I was just like, this looks cool because it's blue. It's got to be fun.
Especially for the N64, like those games were going to hit if it was a different color.
For sure. And then not only that, like once the game started up, like the iconic music of it starting and seeing the intro of the different skaters kind of pumped you up before you started to play. And honestly, like starting the game and like I just remembering playing with like the music and like doing all the different objectives. I didn't understand what to do, but I just kept doing tricks. But it was cool. And it was just like the music and the vibes. Like I really liked like the way I was playing it.
Right. Honestly, probably the exact same. When the N64 came out, there was a couple of games that my parents got for us, and then I think from what they told me, the reason I picked this game is because I saw that it was blue. So they said, okay, that's his favorite color. Let's go fucking get it for him.
That's so funny.
The only reason I remember why I got the game. But then I started playing it. Me, my cousins, my sisters, we were just like, okay, this game's actually kind of fun because you're doing skate tricks. Like you can't do that in real life. So just like an RPG game, right? It's one of those where you can just feel like you're a skater yourself. You know what I mean?
Comparing this game to an RPG is kind of crazy, though. I know what you're trying to say, but like it's kind of crazy.
It is. For everybody who hasn't played any of the Tony Hawk games before, basically what the gameplay is like, it's basically just like a 3D platform game where you're basically exploring the let's say the areas and everything like that, just like as a skater and everything like that. So it's technically like a sports game.
Yeah, it was like definitely and the good thing is it's a replayable sports game. It's not like one of those burn-in games that we grew up with right now, like right with Madden, FIFA, MLB, where you have to change the roster. The roster never changes, and if it does, it's just brand new skaters, but that doesn't change anything.
I will say the replay value is good, right?
Yeah,
but it's good for like every now and then, right?
And definitely different generations. I think you can never go wrong, right? It's like if you play on the PS1 or N64, the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, although the graphics haven't aged well.
Definitely not.
The gameplay and the music's still fire. You still will enjoy it and everything. And then the objectives and the satisfaction when you hit them. I think the special tricks are more satisfying on the first generation compared to now's generation where they remastered it on the PS4, PS5. High graphics, Blood's a lot better.
Right.
You get different skaters and more modern. You even get Lil Wayne. You get young money in one of the skating.
Yeah, games.
I
was just gonna say, when it comes to the remaster, even the remaster isn't a lot. Basically what they did in the remaster, they remastered it 3 times?
Yeah, something like that.
One for the era of the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3 era.
That was
and
Pro Skater 5, I'm guessing, right?
It was supposed to be, I think, around. It was
or
supposed
6,
to be Pro
one
Skater
of those.
5 or 6, but no, they remastered Pro Skater 1.
Oh, okay.
So after so around 2012, that's when they remastered it. They called it Pro Skater HD, which is basically the same thing. And then it was also released on PC, of course. And then during COVID era,
that's when the remake happened. It's not a remaster; it's a remake, basically.
Mm-hmm. So the one that came out when they released it in 2012 was basically just a remaster. I mean,
remake.
Or remake.
No, it is remaster. You're right, remaster.
Anyways,
I'm confusing ourselves. Yeah.
I don't care. Same shit to me. And then when they re-released it again during COVID in 2020, that's when they combined Pro Skater 1 and Pro Skater 2, and they did add a lot of different elements, but they didn't change up too much, right?
No, they kept the pretty much the simple equation of the skating, the tricks. Very simple. Why complicate it? You already have a good formula. Why change it?
Right. And all they really did was make the graphics a lot better, fix some of the mechanics of the gameplay, right?
Yeah. Change up the maps, the areas, highlight a lot of different things that you probably thought as a kid, I want to go here because it looks cool. And, it just enhances in the graphics and everything of where you're at.
And then they also added some stuff that they added in later games, right? When they do spine transfers and wall plants and everything like that.
Manuals and all that stuff, yeah.
So they made it a little bit more realistic of what they couldn't do back then. And then they made it here's the older game with all the stuff that should have been in the beginning.
Yeah, inspired by the different games they made over the past years, right? From 1, 2 to 3, 4 to all the spin-off games.
Right.
But we'll go definitely more in depth for the spin-off games, but we're just gonna stick with the base of Pro Skater.
Right. I think the biggest thing that kept me playing was definitely there's so many objectives to hit, right?
Yeah.
But it's exactly what you said. You don't have to hit any of them. You can just keep playing how it is.
Which objective was your always to go to first? For me, I'll tell you, it was finding the hidden tape.
Oh, that was my least favorite. That was my least favorite to do. It's finding those tapes. Let's get into that. Let's dive into it real quick. Mm-hmm. Let's see how many different objectives there were. So, in this game, there's a lot to do in a small amount of time, right? Especially in the when it first released back in 1999 and 2000 and everything like that. Yeah. So the thing was to try to get the best score. There was 3 different ways to get the score, a high score. It's either high score, pro score, or 6 score. Mm-hmm. Next was collecting the 5 letters of skate that's everywhere.
Yep.
Next is the same thing. It's basically a combo line, right? In every game there is a combo line now, but back then it's just you hit a combo and you're collecting the letters that say combo. So basically, like when you're just hitting a certain like skate line, like in every other game,
You have to collect the letters as you're doing a combo. You can't drop that combo. And within that combo is basically like either you're grinding or hitting tricks without landing not another trick, basically.
exactly. Just basically making it one big combo, and that's the only way you can collect combo. As soon as you mess up,
You got to start from the beginning. Yeah.
Next, of course, like when you're like doing other random things in each field, right? Whether it's collecting certain items, like ringing the school bells in the school setting, right?
Yeah.
Smashing the different boxes, grinding on each tables and everything like that.
Hitting
right?
glasses, like the glass screens or fire hydrants and other materials. It just depends on what area you're in. And the good thing is about the different areas, it kind of like shows what city it is in, whether it's like San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco.
Right.
I mean, mostly California cities, but they also went everywhere, like Washington, Oregon. It wasn't just differentiated to California. It just happened more. It was in California because, I mean, California is known to skate, bruh.
And then the next one is just, of course, just like performing any competition goals they have in there. I feel like that's when like the later remasters and everything like that, and like hitting the gaps and everything like that. Like like the school roof gap or like any other rails, right?
Or the famous Indy 900, or not Indy 900. The fuck am I saying? The 900 Tony Hawk one down ramp to ramp.
Exactly. Like those are the different objectives. So going back to your question, let's say out of all of these, which one you said finding the hidden tape was your favorite objective?
Yeah, finding hidden tape. Only reason why is because like in the warehouse, it's like you know where it was at. It was really easy. It was like in that one spot. So my goal is to always like jump high and break the glass.
It's like the first one.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, for me, in every Tony Hawk game, I feel like that's my least favorite. Only because I don't have the greatest vision, anyways. So like trying to look for that tape was like the bane of my existence every time because I'm just like, dude,
Where the fuck is
where
this
the
tape?
fuck is it? And like, regardless, like even though like
and you're timed, bro. You got like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and you're timed, and like I'm like, fuck. It already blends in. The graphics is already like not the greatest.
Like ass and shit.
All it really is just a glowing cassette tape, and it's fucking in a yellow box, which is just highlighting. It's just spinning. I'm like, dude, that's not gonna fucking help with everything fucking breaking and shit.
Yeah,
that was my least favorite. Second least favorite was the combo.
That's a skill issue.
Yeah, that one for me is just younger. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, but probably now you probably can. Yeah.
I'm also not that great at this game at all.
I'm pretty goated. I wouldn't say like how people online are goated, but I'm pretty good. Like I can finish it probably in the hardest difficulty.
Yeah. I think my favorite ones were like interacting with the area, right? Like when you're smashing boxes and you're
getting the glass screens while you're grinding.
Yeah, like that shit's fucking cool to me. Like those are my favorite objectives. I'm like it's simple and it's like doesn't require much, but it adds to the value of how the game is.
Yeah, like interactions and stuff.
And it makes each map a little bit better. Like of course,
and unique.
Yeah, of course if you go to the school, like you're just hitting the bells and then it's like
you're grinding the food tables, or you're on the top of the roof, or like like obviously as a kid, you want to do that, but you can't because it's dangerous. But like as like thing, you're like, oh, I want to try this because it's sick.
So it's like you can do stuff in the game that you can't do in real life, right? Those are my favorite ones. What was your least favorite one though?
My least favorite one, probably the collecting skate because I always make that as my last objective. I usually try to do all the objectives all in one run, but that's just me because it's like my own personal goal. But it's always like skate because I always either fuck it up or because like the controls weren't as good. So like the way I would try to hit the T as I'm like going straight and it just somehow just swerves in it. Like I just miss it and then like times to run over. Like I have Scott E and then I'm like, bro, like I just had missed that T.
Bro, like no, I think that was the biggest thing that also made the game hard was you're timed, right? Like what you had 2 minutes to finish each round, maybe 4, right? So I'm like that kind of adds the next element of skill because in younger didn't know how to play this game, didn't know how to get better, right? We didn't have YouTube and shit like that.
No, we only had like probably like the most like books you would get at the Scholastic Fair about like getting the unlockable characters and stuff, but that's about it. But you wouldn't actually see like how to do tricks. You wouldn't know like exactly where to go to get stuff.
It wouldn't tell you like how you could hit each combo line or how pro players play this game now. There's a certain way they hit all the objectives, and like some of them can hit it all in one combo too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like all you would like see if someone was good is like literally just going to someone's house, like your friends or stuff, or just hearing from the playground and them talking about it.
Right.
And you can see it.
Right. And like as opposed to now, like you can't just look up a video like, oh, what's the best way to hit this combo line, right? Like, oh, you should manual at the end, so because the time is going to run out regardless of how you do it.
Yeah,
so
or like jump from a certain gap to reach the other one. Specifically the mall one. I don't know if you remember the mall one.
Mall one was lightweight hard as fuck.
Yeah, because you like the gap mechanic wasn't as good as it was
and it's
back then compared
there
to
was
now.
There were so much things that you could bump into and it will mess up your combo.
Like in a corner or something.
Oh my
right, by
god,
a pixel. Yeah. But you would either have to grind like on the rail and then hop into the other one, or you would hop off the ramp and into the
exactly
the ceiling. So
I feel like that's what made it so hard. I'm just like shit. Like if I were to do it now, I could.
We
do
would
a lot
probably still
better.
have a miserable time.
I would still have a miserable time, but I'm just like, this is not like my forte when it comes of gaming, right? But it was like one of those like you just have to play, you just have to try it.
Yeah.
Like if you ever wonder like what skating was like this was probably not the best skating game to introduce what skate culture is, but the glorified version of what skating is.
Yeah. Definitely.
Not talking about Skate or the other games that came out too, because then those ones also glorified what true skate culture is like.
That one is for sure. Yeah, it's like especially like a more modern day, right? Because back in the day, it was more just like I don't know if you ever seen like clips of like how B used to skateboard. It was a lot. No, like at random people, just like how when this first skateboard was invented, like it was just like random. It wasn't up until like obviously the pros we know, the streets like Tony Hawk, Rodney Mullen, Chad Muska, Steve Caballero. A lot of the skaters that we know today pretty much modernized and pioneered it, you know, like the way it is, like doing tricks, doing kick flips. You know, Ollie wasn't even a thing at one point.
Manualing wasn't even a thing before. Well,
Rodney Mullen like emphasized it more.
Rodney Mullen was like one of the people that like
he's like the founding father, basically.
Yeah, one of the founding fathers of street skating.
Yeah, but like that's the crazy thought is that Ollie wasn't even a thing. Like, can you believe that? Like Ollie, like just the simple jump wasn't even a thing.
Right. All right. One thing I wanted to go over. So we looked at the cover art of this game, right? And it's one of those things where it's like, how could you not, right? Like if I was someone buying this and I knew what skating was, I would think it was cool right away, just because who doesn't know Tony Hawk, right? Tony Hawk's one of those
the
names.
Streets know Tony Hawk. Mexicans, my people know Tony Hawk like that.
Right. It's like one of those names like you just know, right? Like you don't even know what Tony Hawk looks like. I've seen this in so many interviews with him. A lot of people don't know what he looks like, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's like apparently like every like average white person like, oh, like this is Tony Hawk looks like an average white person. Like,
it's funny because he goes along with it. Yeah. Anytime he goes, like he was doing an interview and he couldn't bring his board. He goes, okay, whatever. Went to a skate shop and he just bought one of his boards that was at that skate shop. He's like, oh, you're really into this? I was like, yeah, like I know the guy. And I was like, oh, you know Tony Hawk? I was like, yeah. And I was just like in my head,
like he is Tony Hawk, bro.
But apparently he also gets stopped at the airport because of course it gives his full government name. He was like,
well, not only that, he's pretty tall.
Yeah. So like I just crack up because like he was saying like he gets stopped at TSA. He's like, oh, Tony Hawk, I feel like I know that name. He was like, yeah, I think I do too. That one skater, right? I'm just like, it's just funny how he knows there's a lore of people not knowing what he looks like.
Like really?
But then it's like the people who know. Yeah. But I'm like, dude, like how can you not? Like he does. He does.
He has an iconic look. For
me,
saying. Like the way he is, like his eyes, his hair, and like how tall he is.
Yeah,
that's the way he talks. Like it's pretty iconic.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just like, how do you not know? And
but
like,
I watched a lot of Jackass at the time, so like he was all on it. So,
but let's look at this. So if you're just looking at the original cover art from when it came out back in 1999, it's just Tony Hawk doing an indie over a city on a vert ramp, right?
Well, 900. Oh, we say Indy 900 because we're referring it to like cars, but it's really the 900. His iconic trick that he did in like at the end of the Olympics.
Well, the grab move is called an Indy. When you grab it from grab the board from the front, it's Indy. The Indy 900, he calls it that because
that it's the 900 degree. He was the first one to ever do it.
One of the first ones to ever do it. And then you're just looking at it. I was like, as a kid, like who'd never skate before, I was like, oh, I want to be like, I could play as Tony Hawk. Like that's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Then we go over to when it got remastered back in 2020. Again, Tony Hawk. I don't know what move that is, but he grabs board. It's behind him and shit. But he's in the warehouse, the iconic level in almost any Tony Hawk game that everybody knows. So it's like the nostalgia kicks in. I'm like, you know what? That's it. We got to play it. Like, I remember I was talking to you about it too. I was like, I bought it. I think I only played it for like an hour. I'm like, wow, this game is great. I don't think I've ever played it again.
Oh, I mean, that's like it's kind of repetitive, but like the good thing is, like, even if it's repetitive, it's still enjoyable because there's like so much you can do. It isn't like, it's not a single line, right? It's not like where if you play Mario, it's like you're only railing. It's like a rail game. It's not. It's almost like free world because you can do whatever you want, but limited to some things. But you can like go a certain route, you can do a certain trick, and it's just like you're just exploring at the end of the day.
Right.
But you're also vibing with the music that they have.
Yeah. I feel like the biggest thing about it too, like when you go back into the game, you can do the objectives, but there's not one way to do the objectives. There's so many different ways.
Yeah.
You can do it. You can try to do it like, how can I do it the most efficiently? Where it's like, I can do the whole objectives in one combo, or how can I do it the fastest, or which objective would be more important for me to be efficient to keep up on time. So like, I feel like that what makes this game like replayable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And going back to like, you know how iconic Tony Hawk was, I remember I was seeing this Twitter post that was hella funny. Where it's like when there was like a race war and I had to kill Tony Hawk, and Tony Hawk's like, I would completely understand. I was just like, Tony Hawk, please.
You're like, please play your own games, man. But you keep talking about it. I know it's your favorite. I know you're a big music junkie, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. The music in it is what, like
ska,
like more like pop punk and
pop punk, ska, yeah, grunge, a little bit of grunge at the time too.
According to Google, for doing a quick Google search, it's pop rock. Wow, pop rock, like the candy. I'll shut up. But like pop rock and skate culture heavy playlist, whatever the fuck that means.
That's ska.
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, sick! I just learned something. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, ska.
But yeah, but originally there's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 songs on here, right? Mm-hmm. Out of all of these, like, again, this defined the game to me. Like, it's such a great soundtrack with so many good songs in it, right? Like, well, there's 10, but then like those 10 songs are all you need. Out of all of these, which one would you say is your favorite? I know we talked about this earlier too.
There's too many to pick one, but if I had to pick one for all, everybody knows the one. It's Goldfinger's Superman.
Same, exactly the same thing. I just feel like it's so Tony Hawk.
It is very Tony Hawk.
Like if you hear that song in any other game, like as soon as I hear that song now, I relate it to the game right away, which sucks because like the song is very good on its own, right?
Yeah.
But right away, like I don't just think of the band, right? I think of the game. So like I feel like
you're doing your run in the warehouse.
It goes hand in hand. Like yeah, like that memory comes back of where do I see myself when I hear this song? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I would listen to this. I would listen to the soundtrack not in the game. I would listen to it on a regular basis as well.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I still listen to it to this day. Not just the soundtrack, but like the artists that are in the soundtrack, like the Suicide Machines, Goldfinger, a lot. I forgot what the other one was called. They have one of the songs. It's called Police Truck.
It's from Dead Kennedys.
Dead Kennedys, yeah, and they're very famous. They also made that one song, Holiday in Cambodia. I don't know if you remember that song.
Nope.
Holiday in Cambodia. No.
Nope.
Oh, well, we get that, but yeah. But yeah, I listened to a lot of them just because I listen to ska a lot more, and they introduced me to a lot of cool bands, and I've gone to most of their concerts, and they get pretty lit. And then, like mosh pitting is crazy though. Right. So,
and it's just like when it comes to it, like it matches the vibe. Like when you're listening to the game, when you're hearing all the other effects and everything like that, like the skateboard hitting the ground, when you bail out, right?
Like that kind of sound, yeah.
Or when you hit a certain objective where it goes,
yeah,
like everything mixes so well together. Where it's like the sound
of the special when you land is satisfying as hell.
Which one is it?
I don't know. I just can't explain it. Like you have to hear it, and like if you like hear it, it's very satisfying to the ear. For me, at least, it is. I don't know for you, but
maybe. But I feel like it's a lot of their sound effects now are in social media. Like again, like when you hit any special, you know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like you've hit something so special, but in reality, it's nothing. Like I think my favorite sound effect from the game that came into social media was that special sound effect was because I saw somebody take a hot dog out of an air fryer and then they flipped it and they go, so good. But I feel like the music and the sound effects is what makes the game even better.
Yeah,
right?
100%. Yeah.
Because you could put any music in the background, right? Like you could put any hip hop or EDM or anything like that, but it doesn't feel the same as what this playlist gave for us.
Yeah.
But yeah. But other things I wanted to ask you. There's about 12 different skaters here, right? We mentioned a few of them already. Mm-hmm. Just in the original that came out, there are 12 different skaters. How many of them do you think you can name?
Probably at least like maybe 6 or 7 of them.
6, 7.
6, 7.
Wow, we need to stop that.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, my bad. Okay, name the 12 skaters.
All right. So Chad Muska,
Okay.
Bob Burnquist,
Okay.
Steve Caballero.
Okay.
I don't know what's her like name. I think it was like Ellen or Eileen Page. I think I don't know.
You're very close. It does start with an E.
Yeah, I forgot what's her name. She's a legend too because she was like I think one of the first girl skaters that was like pro. Sorry if I apologize if I don't remember that, but yeah. If I remember right, I think Eric Costin.
Okay.
The guy from Compton was it Terry Kenny? Terry Kenny, I think.
Nope.
No, he's on it. That guy's a legend. Obviously, Tony Hawk.
What? No way.
Yeah, dude, Tony Hawk's in there.
He's not in his own. He's in his own game. That's crazy.
Game. Trying to think of anybody else that I know. Not Rodney's not on there, is he?
No.
Nah, I didn't think so. Then probably that's pretty much it that I can remember. At least remember.
All right. Not bad.
No, yeah, for sure. For playing, I haven't played in a while. Yeah.
Because honestly, I could only name 4. Like if I were not to look at this, I could only name 4 because those are the only 4 I would play.
Yeah.
So there's Tony Hawk, Bob Burnquist, Kareem Campbell, Steve. How do you say it?
Steve Caballero.
Steve Caballero, Gulfberg, Bucky Leash, Chad Muska, Andrew Reynolds.
Andrew Reynolds. I forgot about him.
How do you say that name?
Went after Reynolds.
Yeah.
Joff Raleigh.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Is it Joff? Joff.
Elisa Steamer.
Yeah, Lisa Steamer.
Jamie
Thomas, and Eric Costin. Those were the 12 original players. Of course, in the remake, they added a couple of more people.
Modern ones. That ones are like even today.
Like it was like his name was like Officer Dick, and there was an alien too. And
Yeah.
shit
No, but
that.
there was also like today's skaters too. I think that they added.
No, not that I know of. But this is the one that Google and Reddit said. But yeah, so yeah, those are all 12 skaters that were originally launched on the game. Which one did you play the most with? Pause.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah,
Very basic, but Tony Hawk.
nice. I think at the time I would always pick Bob Burnquist. Reason why? Zero idea why. I would just pick him because he's the second player after Tony Hawk, and I would always pick second. So that was it.
That's funny.
Afterwards, though, I would either choose Chad Muska or Eric Costin. The reason I chose Chad Muska was just because
It's Chad Muska.
it's Chad Muska.
I was like, it's Chad Muska.
For people who know about the culture, Chad Muska is just that guy.
Yeah.
And then Eric Costin just because we had the same name and because I would see him almost in every Tony Hawk game moving forward.
Yeah.
But yeah. Any reason why you would choose any of these skaters over the other?
Tony Hawk just because of his, I mean, it's iconic. It's Tony Hawk. It's his game. But it's also like his look and everything. I think like I really like the black pants, gray shirt combo. And then plus it's like his boards were hella sick. I like the skull bird of the hawk, different designs that he always have with it. So I always try to lock it with the different color.
Right. I think for me, when I chose Bob Burnquist, I think he was a very overall skater in the game. So choosing him was always the safer option.
Yeah.
Next, moving on from there, we've talked about this too. What is your favorite level in the game? There's about 9. How many do you think of them that can you name? We've named a couple of them already.
Probably not much. I'm going to say
You named a good amount.
yeah. I'm probably gonna say like the first one was obviously warehouse. The second one was I think school. The third one, like what was the third one? I think it was like downtown or something like that. It was like a city one. The fourth one might have been the downhill derby jam. I don't think I remember. I think the fifth one, it was like the X Games competition. I think I don't remember where it was. It's in San Diego, I think. You said how many there were?
There's 9.
9. Oh, Jesus. I definitely wouldn't name them all. But those are the big iconic ones that I remember for sure.
You named a lot of them pretty good.
Yeah.
So in order of how the stages go, the first one is going to be the iconic warehouse, which is based off of Woodland Hills, California. Next is school. The school was...
Oh, wait. Mall. I forgot Mall. Mall was one of them. I forgot.
Mall, okay.
That's one of the biggest
You
ones.
named 5 out of 9, which is not that bad.
Yeah.
You almost got one, but you didn't say what the name of it was called.
Yeah.
But school was based off of Miami, Florida. The mall was based off of New York City, New York. Next, the first competition, which is what you're saying, like the X Games mode, is called Skate Park, based out of Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah.
Next one is going to be, you said it correctly, downtown. I was like, oh shit, he got it. That was based off of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And then Downhill Jam, which is based out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, geez.
The next one, this is the next competition in the game, which is Burnside, based out of Portland, Oregon. And the next, Streets. The Streets was based off of San Francisco, California.
Right. Yes, that's right. That's a San Francisco friggin' stage. I forgot about that one. I forgot.
Which I really don't think it didn't really look like San Francisco like that.
Oh, not at all. I mean, if you we live around the area, so like it's nothing like the way it is in the game.
I was like,
there was some subtle things, but it wasn't exactly like it. But I mean,
but then again,
it's kind of hard to replicate it. You know,
all of these areas don't really look like their cities and everything like that.
That's true.
And then the last one was Roswell, was based out in Roswell, New Mexico.
That's the alien one. Yep.
Out of
I remember the UFO one.
all of these ones, which one was your least favorite, and which one did you like the most?
I think my least favorite, San Francisco.
I think it's just because for that one it was so open.
There wasn't really much to do.
Right.
I think the only fun part is like how to get on top of the tallest building and just drop.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, then my favorite one is just the downhill jam, just because there was so much to do, and it was just like cool going off the hills, and then like there's a secret area if you go on top if you land it correctly, and just the water fountains and everything. So
downhill jam for me, I feel like is one of my favorites too, just because again, like there's so much to do. But granted, you have to keep restarting from the top.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was one of the challenges that I got annoyed from, because you can't just ride back up. Right, like
yeah,
you could, it would
hard.
just take you a while, but it was just again like just the concept of skating downhill over and over, and they put so much different objectives of like railing, ledges, different areas that you could skate off on a hill. I was just like, oh, they did this one. Like this one was one that was just jam packed in the smallest amount of area.
Yeah,
my least favorite, I really did not like the mall. Like the mall one, there's just so much going on, and you could fuck up so easily on
like
that map.
a more enclosed like downhill jam.
Kind of, but it's just like, granted, like yeah, you start at the top of the mall, you go towards the end of the mall. There's a couple of pools in each side too that you can drop in.
But they drop like most of like the objects that you need really in hard places.
Yeah,
like, unnecessarily hard places.
And I'm just like, as opposed to time, like you have to be like so precise just to hit those lines.
Yep. Now you get hit a pixel and you fucking bail.
Right, especially on the N64 where the pixels could be fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, man. But let's call a spade a spade. What are the most iconic ones?
Warehouse. And I think school.
Those are the two I seen constantly in almost every spin-off right after, and then the one that I see everyone playing afterwards.
Yeah.
But I like the warehouse one. You can't forget that. Like it's everywhere.
Yeah.
One of the biggest ones to date. But yeah. So one thing I wanted to ask you, we're heading towards the end. I got a couple more questions for you, my friend. We already touched based on it, but what made this game so memorable for you?
For me, it was definitely the music. I think built off my taste of music because of like how different it was. I mean, I listen to like many different tracks. I come from like obviously Latino households, so I hear like Spanish music and stuff. But like hearing ska for the first time, like it really like opened up my music taste because it was something different. It was rock, but it was like uppity beat, you know, like good mood type of thing. For me, it enhanced the way I played. Like every time Goldfinger or Superman would come on, like I would be throwing like specials and tricks, and I would try to do the best combos as much as I can when that song was on, just because I felt like the energy from the song.
Right. For me, I would say they about the same. Like the music, it really builds up for me too. But the one thing I will always say is it's one of those sports games that like you don't see, right? Like when it first came out, like even till now, like it's just one of those you can pick up and then anyone can play it, right? And you don't see a lot of games become this successful in a niche sport, right? Like, of course, there's so many different type of basketball games, there's so many different type of football games, so many different type of baseball games, right? But the most successful ones, of course, are like anywhere like in the 2K realm or anywhere in the live realms, right?
Yeah.
So when those games come out, those are the successful ones. Of course, there's other like small games like that too, but nothing as big as this one, right?
Yeah.
Like Tony Hawk, I feel like revolutionized the skating games, because there are other skating games, right?
Yeah.
But then no one can do it like how the Tony Hawk series take off in it.
Yeah. Definitely.
What do you think would have made this game better?
I mean, at the time, I don't know if anything would have made better. I mean, probably like be able to walk on it, like just to like reach stuff.
Yeah.
But they added that like way later in the game, so I mean, you're only limited to how much hardware you can do and like what probably they were thinking at the time. They maybe just want to focus on more just the basic of skating. But I think if I had to go back and I had to tell the developer something like, oh, why can't we just make them walk?
Right,
instead of like skating. So like I want to let them reach high spots, and then try like skating from there.
Right. Again, like I feel like I don't really have notes. If you're talking about the game in general from when it came out, because in a lot, like as you said, in a lot of their spin-offs, they implemented those, right? Where there's a lot of customizations, there's different story modes, right?
You can use graffiti.
You can walk, you can graffiti, you can do a lot more. So I feel like in the sense of what could have made this game better, to me, I feel like like you should add a realm where there's no time limit. Like I feel like
they do. It's called Free Skate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sick. I never played that one.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I did. That's true. Yeah. But there wasn't Free Skate. There wasn't really objectives in there too.
I think you're just doing the story mode. You want to like having like no time limit. Like you just want to do the objects and then just end the run whenever you're ready.
Right. So like being able just to do the objective. So one, like when you get into the actual game, like you can just kind of just practice it, right?
Yeah.
So like let's say if you can just pick a section like I'm gonna go pick downhill jam, and I'm only focusing on the skate objective. Can I just focus on that? That way I can just focus on that run and figure out different runs. So when I go back into the story mode, I can do that run perfectly.
Yeah.
Kind of just like a practice mode.
That and character customization. I think building your own skater
cool.
would be cool at the beginning, like,
Back
right?
then, yeah,
it would have been cool. I mean, they had that for like obviously like wrestling games, like WWE, like No Mercy. Also, you can create your own like wrestler. I mean,
like back when those games came out too. So like I feel like that was the biggest thing it was missing, was just customization.
Yeah, like if they added like custom boards, custom wheels, custom like literally building yourself as a skater. I mean, that would have been fun
at the time. Yeah,
imagine like a fat ass skater too, which is like how how they would make wrestlers hella fat for no reason, but hella flat.
Like Bam Margera's dad in the later games.
No, like Bill Margera.
Man, we talked about a lot of different things, but last thing I wanted to ask, again, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 has started a long line of different Tony Hawk games, different art styles. I can't speak for anybody in the skate community, but I feel like it is a good representation of what skate culture is, right? So out of all the remastered games, not including this one, which one is your favorite one?
From all talks, is that including spinoffs too?
Yeah, including all the spinoffs.
I would say Underground 2. Like, as much as I liked the first one, the second one really stepped up their game and had a lot of characters and had a good story, surprisingly. Like, you just want to... It's like a competition between Tony Hawk and Bam Margera. Like, who can mess up the world more while skating. And, like, there was so much objectives and, like, a lot of skaters that I knew at the time, so...
And then at that one, too, like... you can play the story mode a couple different times because like different choices that you make will be different.
Character customization, graffiti customization, skate park customization, literally anything. Like there was a lot.
I feel like the Underground series was probably the most interactive one. Granted, like I think Wasteland was cool too.
A lot of people, I've never played that one, but a lot of people like really are behind that one. That one and is it Project 8?
Yeah, Project something.
It's the pink one, or Wasteland Underground.
Wasteland's the pink, like the one with the pink.
That
logo.
one.
But then Project something like that Tony Hawk Project one too. I can't remember the name of it. It's gonna mess me up. Oh well. But then that one I see my cousin play, and it's like it added a lot. That one also added a lot of different objectives.
Yeah.
Like it added like that slow motion feature and everything too. But yeah, I will agree. I think the Underground spin-off of Tony Hawk is one of the best ones. But to me, I feel like Underground 1 was the better one, just because like it focused on your skate journey a lot more, right?
That makes sense, yeah, rather than like the whole group, but instead. And you play different characters rather than, and with the Underground 1 it's just you.
Yeah. And the thing about Underground 1 also, like I think I kind of liked the aspect of what like the story like made it, right? Like you get to pick your own sponsors and everything like that. Like how do you get your sponsorship, right? Afterwards it's like which skating sponsor do you want to get when you became pro? Do you want to be in Birdhouse? Do you want to be in Girl? Do you want to be in Element? Like that aspect was so dope, right?
Yeah.
And then you can also do like little things too. Like you can do this in Underground too, but then Underground 1 was tight just because it's like, okay, we're going to drive this car and we're going to get these cops away from us, right?
Yeah.
Or like, hey, we're going to drive these blimps because all these fans are like riding the Raptors and everything. We can't have that. Like shit like that is like what made the game so great.
And different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then again, like that customization, you can't take that away.
Yeah.
Like you can become an alien, you become a robot, a skeleton. You can just make your own cool ass characters. Like there's no limit to almost no limit to that game. But yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
All right. So we've talked about this. I know that Tony Hawk, they've just been doing a lot of remasters from 1 and 2, and then they just released 3 and 4 again. What do you want to see from this franchise?
Another remake of Underground 1 and 2.
Honestly, yeah.
It's coming. I for sure think it's coming. I think it's like a project like hidden under wraps, but
I feel like they should just do a whole different one. Like I don't think they should remaster the game because I feel like the game's already good. Like granted, like yeah, you can do like the regular upgrades of like beefing up the graphics, fixing a little bit of the gameplay and everything like that. Like that's totally fine. That's cool, right? But I feel like it's time for a new Underground.
yeah.
Like different storyline, different customization.
Underground 3 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you want to like base off like Tony Hawk's element of gameplay or like how Skate is?
Tony Hawk still.
Yeah,
so like
no.
as much as I feel like Skate, I love Skate. Like Skate is one of those games too, like where you can do so much, and it's like it actually takes like a lot more skill in that game than everything else. But that's the thing about Skate, like you have to kind of know how to play the game, right? Mm-hmm. As opposed to Tony Hawk, where you can kind of just press buttons and you can figure it out.
Like you can pick it up, yeah, faster.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like Skate, like you do have to kind of like spend time to get good at it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like Tony Hawk, yes, you could be super good at it, but you don't have to. You can just pick up the game and just play.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my feeling of it. But definitely more of that Tony Hawk feel where it's like more button based and everything like that. But yeah, but there's a lot. This was a lot to unpack. I didn't think we were gonna get into it like how we did, man.
I mean, it's just a good time. I mean, like Tony Hawk's is just like an iconic for not only just us. I mean, for a lot of people, I feel everybody knows Tony Hawk. Yeah,
I feel like again, like it's one of those games where it embodies like the summer feel, right? Like long summer nights, warm weather and everything like that. So it's definitely something to pick up. Not saying that you can't skate any time of the year, but it's like summer is probably one of the best.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, all right. My partner in crime. Any last words?
No last words. No.
I thought you were gonna say moist. I have no idea why, but that was like the feeling I was getting from you.
That's
like
crazy.
If he says moist, I'm gonna knock him out.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, you can follow us on all social platforms under CoFlop Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And then as well as you can listen to every episode on Buzzsprout, YouTube, or Spotify under CoFlop Podcast as well. But besides that, we're CoFlop Gaming.
Well, we're good.
Sometimes.
And be smooth.
Woo-hoo!